Hey, this is Steve Barcelo from the Cryptozoology Museum. We're back at the museum here. As you know, we've had a lot of activity going on at Medoc Mountain State Park. These folks just stepped in, literally just walked in the museum. They're staying down at site number 12, you said, right?
Yeah.
They're following up on some of the stuff that we've had. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you some of the stuff they've had as far as rocks being thrown, hearing bipedal footsteps, things like that. I'll let you start off.
Hello, my name is Alita Durham. I'm from Southampton County, Virginia. I'm staying at Medoc Mountain State Park, Site 12. Last night at 12 midnight through 1 o'clock, we had walking in our site and a rock was thrown at my car. And we were running a bug light like the other gentleman from Site 18, the earlier report. We were running a bug light in our tent. We couldn't explain that rock being thrown. We threw several things at the car, and none of it sounded like anything until we used a little pebble from the site, and it sounded like the sound.
Now, you said you heard something that sounded like it was coming up near your site itself.
Yes, it was walking. It was walking through the pebbles.
So actually in your site. Oh,
In my
okay.
site.
So just like Michael Beaver, in his case, he had the bug light. He says that it seemed to attract him in. Now you're believing it might not be the light itself. You're thinking it might be the sound it's giving off.
Yeah, the ultrasonic sound that attracts bugs
Okay.
normally, but in this case, it might be attracting something else. We as soon as we heard the walking out in the surrounding areas, we packed our stuff up and went into the tent real quick and zipped up. And we had the parabolic. We were listening for ultrasound, and we're listening for that strange sound that man heard from Site 18, the earlier report. But we didn't hear that strange sound. But we heard walking in our rocks on our site. And then we went to sleep. That was the end of that.
So how many more days you planning on spending down there?
Till the 16th.
16th. Okay. Okay. Just introduce yourself and explain to me. You're obviously staying together.
Yes, this is my mother. I'm Chelsea Durham, and this is my son. And it did start around 12. He was already asleep. We were sitting by the campfire. The fire was dying down. We were listening. We were using parabolics, small talk, just sitting by the fire. We didn't hear him come up. But when she needed to go to the car for something.
Yes.
So I took the flashlight and I just followed her so she wouldn't trip over anything in the site. And when I shined the woods, I came from her and I shined the woods, and that's when we heard the footsteps going away from the camp.
In the leaves.
And so I said, "Hey, Mama, did you just hear that walking?" She said, "Yes." I didn't want to freak out because I have PTSD. So we stood there and we waited and we listened. And I used the flashlight. I just kept it in one area, and as soon as I cut off the flashlight, that's when the rock was thrown. So I cut back on the flashlight against my mother's will. I cut the flashlight back on, and I said, "I think it's best if we go in the tent," because I didn't hear him walk far away. It was just 3 steps, and I felt it, or I felt something still there, or it could have been me just scared. But I felt like it was still near. So I talked her into going into the tent. Let's pull out the parabolics and let's listen. Then we unplugged the light.
Yes, we unplugged the light once
Yes.
we got into the tent.
When we got
Because we were afraid the inverter from our car, because it's a non-electric site, and they have to plug in, and we were using our car as a
Right.
generator. So we were afraid the inverter would heat up and burn the car down in the middle of the night. So we unplugged everything and shut the bug light off. And then
got into the tent, yes.
he said he was awakened in the night from footsteps.
Yeah, we heard footsteps too, though.
Yeah, we heard
When we were
footsteps
sitting
too.
there. Yes, we had a chair in the tent. I was sitting on a cot. We're just listening and not talking. He was still asleep at the time. And we heard walking. We heard a little bit of sticks. We just
We
write
got
that kind of
ultrasound.
off. We wrote the sticks off because that could be anything. That could be the wind blowing. Because leaves are falling right now.
Right.
So we're just throwing all that away because that could be leaves. But that walking, and you can feel.
And you can
the
tell it's
vibrations
bipedal, yeah.
In the ground.
Heavy footsteps.
Heavy footsteps.
Nothing hit our tent though.
Nothing hit our
hit
tent.
our tent.
Nothing touched our tent while we were awake. While we were able
Right.
to see. We didn't have any flashlights on. No noises. We were just sitting there in the quiet. It seemed to die down. Like we felt a little bit better. We felt like
Safe.
that no evidence or safe,
And we went to sleep.
and we went to sleep.
But-
He woke me up several times saying that there was walking in the campsite. I was so tired, so I just said, "Get some sleep, baby. We'll check it out tomorrow."
But we were safe inside our tent.
Yeah, that was reassuring.
Well,
yeah.
it's
You
safe
would've-
as you can be.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much for coming forward and talking to us. And
we will be hiking. We will be hiking, and we will use the bug light again.
Yes.
we'll
Because-
follow up with you if you get anything
Yes.
else, that's for sure. Since
Yes.
maybe we'll get a couple of folks to see if we can come down and get some people to stay down there with you and
Okay.
assist you.
I did
Okay.
use I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I did use the singing bowl
Yeah.
for like 15
Yeah.
minutes.
She used.
I just
We
played-
have this bowl.
Right, we've got one here, yeah.
Yes, that we use.
Actually, here's one of the singing bowls we have.
Yes.
Yes, because there's a report.
Which I'm
where
terrible
that
at.
They attract it.
Right.
They're attracted by it.
We had a shiny and small singing bowl.
Mm-hmm. And you said you heard footsteps, right?
Yeah.
Did it scare you?
Now I'm a brave little guy because
Oh, look at the muscles. Wow.
feel.
I gotta feel it? Okay. Oh yeah, big muscles there. You're brave. Well, thank you so much.